I'll take you again back to Hungary, but this time I'm not going to take you back straight to Budapest, but to a place called Tihany. And there's a massive, gigantic pond in the middle of kind of the western part of Hungary, taking over the entire length of the western side of the country. And it's around 80 kilometers long, and apparently it's the biggest lake in Europe, or perhaps just in Central Europe, I'm not sure. And there's a little peninsula sticking out into the lake, which is not that little. It's like a few villages, size of a few villages. And I spent a few days there with a friend, and it just slightly reminded me, in a miniature version, of England as an island, for some reason. So there will be a lot of references again, like a mind game constantly in between the two places. And of course, inevitably, I will lead myself back to Budapest again. And just one more thing before I start reading it, is that this place is particularly interesting because it's full of, it's surrounded by ancient legends. So what you'll hear is a lot of weird stories, tales, legends that I try to refer to in the text. Jesus. Right. So of course, the reason I'm mentioning these legends again will lead back to the whole dilemma of the power of art or poetry, if you like. The shouting girl, to the Tihany echo. This may be, you wonder, this may be the place for you at last. This island is your final chance to encompass all your dislodged failures, called disorientations. This, as it seems, is another cape of the mainland, another odd dream overlapping the one drawn on maps. You travelled far enough for this spectacle, you say, from the very west shorelines of the open sea, your firm step point for all discourses lying in wait. Matthias elegans, a mystery why it was so essential to visit this land in the heart of long-forgotten Europe, to track down the traces of the old creature you only saw once for an instant, trudging in neighbouring dunes and meadows. Its yellow-brown shell slender, light reddish with the colour patterned by whitish flames radially and spirally stretching upwards like Babel's dome. A tiny cone in your hand, a vital fauna element, you explain. It crawls up your palm, leaving familiar pictographs of mucus on your skin. It is smart, with the door often shut to keep the world out, in. And you pick up a goat's nail instead. Lifting it up to your ear, you listen inside its channel. You'll hear the ocean, we say. Yes, I know. There was a princess with golden-haired goats, but she was too proud and hard of heart and was punished, cursed by the king of the lake. Her goats were lost in undercurrents. Only their nails remained, and since then she's obliged to answer to every passerby. Everyone remembers the shouting girl, the one you swear you saw. Here the landscape has changed. How could you hear her echo, the one that's long faded away? Her face eclipsed yours, you recall, with her dark red hair like this land's flora and fauna, loose and dense, a million years old. So we photograph your reflection in the wine cellar's moist yellow mirrors, chipped and cracked, an Art Nouveau city, a hazy sketch. Look, your face, flaking off too. With your fingernail you inscribe your name among other signatures in the wall of the hermit's caves, carved from porous basalt tufa. There is something that connects us, look, and connects all other places. These worlds of the catacombs, engraved in the orthodox style, are crypts of our past and future thoughts, hermits' prayer nooks, dug and hidden dialogues of over starry nights. Their drafty tombs shelter from the heat. There once was a sea here, nothing else. Listen to the shell, pour its contents into your ear. The umbrella you purchased locally could not wrestle with the salt and the tide. Above your head, look in the abbey, you'll find a charter you cannot read, the first record of that subterranean tongue I curse and dream in. Only with you could I do that journey, only with you could I go to the temple again. We have no matches in neither of the pockets, padded with sand grains and washed tissues. Come with me, you stare. Tonight you possess the sun, the earth and the moon will stand together, synchronically, there. And we watch the darkening white of the moon, your head above mine in a narrow window cut in the door. Things overlap, they eclipse. But look, I do not believe in that tears of blood, in that golden sculpture whose embroidered garment they change every Sunday of every week after each miracle she performed. My eyesight has never cleared, your hearing wore down. You can scarcely walk, we can scarcely speak. I'm sorry I'm letting you down. I do not believe in magic any longer. You're talking in the night, over it. You're talking over the dark Danube, over the bridge arching it. In between your words, tiny fireworks, suspended every 10 meters in the thick black air. They are welding the bridge, pyrotechnics, reconstructing its framework. Every 10 meters, a builder leaning over, decoding metallic hieroglyphs that flare up their face. A wild duck flies in between your last sentence and the arch. It coincides with your breath. Yet I will go with you. I'll crawl up their serpentine path with you. Up to the temple I will walk the walk of Calvarium. I'll come back for you next year and will depart from this place, from this city. We'll depart from this bridge where the wild duck shoots in between that old rig and your sentence that disappears like the cat that runs across the night of every night, across the unknown town our train departs from, the two forming a V-shape in the eye, passing drowsy station masters who guard hamlets with no name. They never gave up the task to salute. Or we gain another chance to get to know the dead. Entire new life to get to know who they never were, your saints. The word you say has some basic shapes and forms as we pan over the sand, patterned radially and spirally by the wind and the tides, everything else simulation. Yet you want to see her, you murmur. You want to simply follow her, the woman wrapped in sun. It gives you strength like the tide, their inaudible chant, Maria, you are beautiful indeed. Their motionless waits for the ladder to descend again from the skies. Thank you.